You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose, make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Deep be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in their pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
It's week 8 of the 2023 season, and we'll keep our eye on A.J. Terrell, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Seahawks and the Ravens on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight, we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. good offense.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5. Now Jackson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Seattle. 67 yards. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Looking to throw. Vincent. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jamar Chase, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They go play action with Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. He's going to keep this again. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. The Seahawks sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 48 yards. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
From the 27, Jackson staying on his feet. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Jackson fighting his tight end Andrews for the Ravens' 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. On 2nd and goal, Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They give him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Tucker's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
19 Chargers.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there. It'll be 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 50 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try to run it in, going option right. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. After one, a 14-3 ball. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Vincent. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
17 yards. That's good for a Baltimore Ravens.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. He juked him, and he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
They're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And they run with Edwards off the option. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the 6.
Jackson from the shotgun. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, they started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, this is blocked. And the Seahawks have it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their deep.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. An option handoff here to Dobbins. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. To Boyle here over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and that lead is back down to 9 now. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Throwing on first down. Vincent going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
To throw on third down, Vincent. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, Vincent going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jamar Chase, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, middle.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5. Hey, report, sit up!
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the... And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Recovered by Seattle.
Let's go. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles.
Following the fumble recovery, Vincent. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
18 Cardinals. Right there, hurt.
Throwing again, Vincent. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
13.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Jackson now. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Seahawks take back over.
At their own 22-yard line.
On 1st down, Vincent going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Off the play fake, Vincent. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jamar Chase from 19 yards away as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. back now in Baltimore. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And now the ball comes loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Recovered by Seattle.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made at about the 38. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Vincent. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser able to record his 5th sack of the season. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Jackson. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Jackson. A swing pass here to Edwards. And he will have a Ravens first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. And Jackson throwing once more. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jackson setting up the screen here to Edwards. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Here's Jackson to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Hey, check that, street.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Jackson. That's Samuel, caught left side. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Jackson will throw again. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He'll go underneath, dropping it off to Edwards. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. This time, the extra point up and go. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start with the option. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's a simple.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big Bang.